And the speaker is Olaoluwa Oluwatunmise.
How we doing? How you guys doing now? Your face is strong. Oh. Awesome. So today I'll be speaking on the vault economy, supercharging crypto money market with ERC-4626. And this is making DeFi simple, powerful, and accessible. So my name is Olaoluwa Oluwatunmise, and I'm into quantitative risk analysis. I work as a risk analyst at Bond Credit. So a few about me: Olaoluwa Oluwatunmise. I'm a quant developer and machine learning engineer. I also pioneer and lead on-chain data analytics at Analytics Age, where I've trained over 450 people in on-chain analysis. And I work as a DeFi quant research analyst at Bond Credit, where I build a credit layer for agentic vault economy. So let's be honest, DeFi can be overwhelming when it comes to catching up with trends and innovation. Every sector in DeFi is like a full-time job. Those who are chasing airdrop, you can chase airdrop and it's a full-time job. And if you are like me, sometimes I do feel like I'm missing out. Because, I'm here writing code and doing all that, and somebody's talking about airdrops, farming, blah, blah, blah. And you as a developer, okay, how do you even make money from this crypto that you say you are building? Have you found yourself in that situation? So it can be very overwhelming. You want to be involved with farming, you want to be involved with liquidity provision and all those things. These are major full-time work on their own. Because if you want to go into liquidity provision, then you'll be taking much time looking into, okay, which pool is giving the highest returns, ROI, and the likes like that. And that is where the vault system is coming in. Now, the problem is this. There are multiple protocols, constantly changing yields, complex optimization strategies, full-time monitoring requirements, high barrier to entry. But here is the solution. Automated yield optimization, a set and forget strategy, universal standards like the ERC-4626, and professional management and accessible to everyone. Now, what Vault has brought to us here, it has given us opportunity to assess the money market. Now, in traditional finance, because I also have a finance background, in traditional finance, we have the capital market and the money market. So when you're talking about capital market, you're looking at the stocks, and other volatile markets. But when you're talking about the money market, you're talking about assets that gives you fixed returns like treasury bills, bonds, and the likes. And these are some of the concepts that are now being applicable to crypto. And of course, DeFi, being decentralized finance, will try to integrate finance traditional concepts into the blockchain. And that is where the vault comes in. Now, what are vaults? Now, you think of vault as your personal DeFi assistant. If you are familiar with portfolio management, then vault is your go-to strategy. So, in a vault now, it automates complex DeFi strategies. It hunts for the best yield automatically. It rebalances your portfolio when needed. It moves your fund between different protocols seamlessly, and it manages risk professionally. Like I told you, as a risk analyst, what I do in my place of work is to assess the risk of many of these agentic trading systems that are being created. When there is a wave of something, everybody, in fact, this guy might be an AI. So everything now is agent. But then, who is vetting this agent? Who is looking into their risk? Who is looking into their... And that is what I do. So, now before, you have to yeah, the system is scattered and there is no interoperability. Okay, if you are on Aave, you are on Aave. If you are on balance, you are on balance. If you are using curve, you are on curve. There is no much interoperability, and also if you even need to switch, it's a manual switching. So after the ERC-4626, there is a universal standard, seamless integration, automated optimization. Now, how does this work? I'll just give a quick rundown. So how does the vault operate? See yourself as the depositor here. Now, you bring in your crypto assets, say a stable coin, USDC, and then you deposit your USDT into the vault token pool. Now, the vault emits a share. So when you deposit USDC, right, how do you know that you now have your deposits in the vault? Don't forget, it's different from your plugging in your account to MetaMask and all that. Is different. So when you deposit your USDT into the token pool, it emits a shares for you. Now that share is more or less the concept of share stocks that we know. So it just tells you the amount of ownership you own in this token pool. So when you put in your USDC, it emits a share to you. So you have certain amount of share within this pool. Then the token emitted is being passed down into the strategy vaults. Now, don't forget, those who design the strategy vaults can, blockchain developers who are knowledgeable when it comes to quantitative analysis or quantitative trading. Now, so these are automated so that there is a system that does the yield farming for you, does the lending for you, does the liquidity provision, staking, and arbitrage. Now, each of these vaults are built on different strategies. So they can be arbitrage strategy, they can be staking strategy, they can be liquidity provision, lending, and yield farming. So the vault manages your underlying assets, accepts your deposits, mints shares to depositors. It also generates yield on assets through the strategy. And this is automated. So you don't need to sit and be monitoring your trade or decide to swap or decide to move your money from a lending protocol to provide yield or to farm. The strategy, the vault does everything for you. So assets is the token deposited into and managed by the vault. And the shares is a token minted by the vault and issued to the vault's funds. Now, how vault works, a simple example. So first step, you make a deposit. Second step, the vault then packs your money in Aave. The third step, there's an auto switch either to Uniswap when Uniswap is offering a better returns, right? So it helps you to optimize your yield. The vault then optimizes your yield, looks out for the best yield, sell your portfolio on Aave, and jump to where the best yield is, right? Those things were stuff that you would have sit in front of the screen and spend all day, to figure out. But now the vault system creates an automated system that helps you to manage your fund. And then, of course, step 4, you watch your balance grow, and it can also go down. It grows. Let's give ourselves hope, okay? Yeah. So the key point here is this: you don't need to understand the mechanics. So you don't have to worry about somebody tries to onboard you into crypto now and then tells you about yield farming. The explanation can be very long. How you're going to put your money here, and then before you know, you swap it to this ecosystem, you bridge, you do this and all that. But now all those things are now made very, very easy. Now, why vaults are the game changer? 24/7 automated management. Like I said, they're your personal portfolio manager. Optimize yields. They look for the best yields and are always finding the best returns across protocols. Then professional risk management. It's been set like expert strategies to minimize potential losses, and also it is universally compatible. All right? It works across the entire DeFi ecosystem. Now, a real example here is Yen Finance Vault. Is a USDC vault strategy. So first you deposit your USDC, and then what does the strategy entails? The strategy lends, to Aave for a stable 4% APY, part of your deposit. And also part of your deposit is used to provide liquidity to Curve for 6% APY plus rewards. Okay? And then it leverages Compound for an additional 2% APY. Automatically rebalances your portfolio on a certain market condition. Either the vault has been set to rebalance weekly, monthly, or across any time frame that the developer has programmed into it. And then manages gas cost and timing likewise. The result, the user earns 12% APY with zero manual work. Zero manual work. Without doing anything, the vault has lent part of your funds to Aave, get 4% there, provide liquidity to Curve, get 6% there, and also, leverage Compound and got 2% there. So, what are the technical features of a vault? Standardized functions like for developers who care, deposit, withdraw, mint, redeem. The share mechanism, the share mechanics is vault shares represent ownership. Like I mentioned earlier, shares in quote is ownership, and value appreciates over time. Now, what's the composability? Vaults can use other vaults. So vaults can use other vaults, and their infinite strategy is also what? It's also complex. Now, why is this a game changer for Africa? We have regulatory and trust. We have DeFi vault. We have traditional system. And in between them are some of these, should I say, interrelated concepts. Like between regulatory and trust and the traditional banking system now, we have compliance burden is lifted. Compliance burden, if you want to invest in bill and stuffs, you know how many forms and all you need to fill. Then on-chain governance is there. Financial services are also provided in a vault. Yeah, how many of you are enjoying my lecture? Because I feel I'm put on the spot. I'm just rushing. All right, enjoy the lecture, right? Okay, thank you. Thank you. I love to take my time, but I'll forgive them. So, traditional banking challenge. Of course, we know we have traditional banking, limited access to quality financial products, high fees, minimum balance, poor saving rate, complex bureaucracy. But when it comes to DeFi Vault solution, there is global market access plus with phone. With your phone, you access global market, low fees, minimum, no minimums, competitive global yield, simple and transparent process. Now, join the Vault economy revolution, make a deposit, relax, earn, and repeat. Now, why am I having this talk is also to bring to your notice the innovation around vaults that you as a developer or someone who is busy, you don't have the time to start looking around crypto markets and the like, you can always leverage on vaults. There are several vaults already established in the ecosystem. Now, I will just want to skip this. Navigating DeFi vault risk challenges. So there are several challenges that vaults also face, like smart contract vulnerability, yield volatility, and etc. And these are the things that at Bond Credit we are trying to solve, where we want to assess the risk across vaults and also help users make decisions as to which vault is best for them to use and all. I remain Oluwatunmise Olaoluwa, also known as the Apostle of Finance, and you can follow me on Twitter, Apostle of Fin. Thank you, and God bless.